Good morning, my lovers. Today's the day the archaeologists are going to come to my fields. Well, not my fields, obviously. But I'm going to meet the archaeologists with the landowner, and we're going to see if we can set out some, do some geophysics on the fields, or whether they think it needs geophysics, or am I barking up the wrong tree? So we're going to see what's there anyway. See if I can get some film of the archaeologists somehow without showing you who they are. Right. Seagulls. You live on an island, you know. Pretty big one. But not as big as Australia, that's a bigger island. Let's see if I can find some gold. Hopefully. Oh, I've made it, my lovers. I'm here in one of the fields I was in. Well, the field I was in the other day. Moved to a bit different area because there's horses, and there's 2 more horses in that bit of field I was doing. But it's all like fenced off. Anyway, where was I? Digressing. Yes, it's a lovely day now. We had a big rainstorm pass right through, and it's now moved off towards London. So hopefully they're getting drowned over there. Right, I've got a signal. And it looks like a crucifixion nail. Ooh. And a bit of Roman pottery. So should we go and have a look? Right, there's my bit of Roman pot. Possibly. Or possibly not. But I'm having an archaeologist come to the fields today, so I'll be able to show him and see what he thinks. Right, let's have a look at this Roman nail. There she blows. Yeah. Classic Roman nail. Or maybe not. So they call them rose heads. This probably might have come off a big medieval door. It's not as quite as big as the bigger ones I found. I found some like that. And they call them crucifixion nails is because they don't pull through when you've been hammered through the hand. Look, ordinary nail would pull straight through, wouldn't it? The crucifixion nail sort of keeps the hand in place, firmly fixed up to the cross. Right, lovely. I'll show that to the archaeologist when he gets here, see what he says. Oh, I was just digging this hole, my lovers. It turned out to be a bit of a rusty nail. But I found this rusty nail, right here. And you can see it's iron. But when you're detecting, because someone asked me the other day, when I was detecting in the woods, and there was lots of like chirping and noises going on, like little background chirps. Well, because I run my machine very hot, I run it on maximum everything, just to sort of get the signals. And this is what you get when you're getting those little tiny chirps. It's not actual signals, it's stuff like this. It's like an iron nail that is just rusted so much that it's no longer detectable. And all you're hearing is the shadow of, you know, just the empty shadows of these nails that have just corroded away to nothing. And I'll show you. The detector's on, look. It's not detecting it. That's the camera stand. Yeah, it is not detecting that. And I've even wafted it in front of the metal detector, and the detector doesn't detect it. It's just metal that's corroded away to nothingness. And that's what all those little chirps are when you're detecting. Oh, look at this here, my lovers. I think I got a penny. What is it? Is it a penny? Oh no, 5p. Come on, focus. Ah, there we go. 5p, methinks. Yep, 2000. Spendable 5p. Right, on to the next. Oh, look at this here, my lovers. I've got another coin. Is it a 2p? Ugh, yes. Right, we got to look for new pence, and it says 2 pence, so that's thanks. Can't have that one. If it said new pence on the top, and it had 1983 as the date, and it says 1990, it would have been worth something, methinks. I think that's right. Yep. Right. Ooh, look what I got here, my lovers. I think I got something special. Now, does that look silver to you? Or not? Oh no, there's a bit of green on it. No, it's not silver. Oh well. Still, it's interesting. I thought that was going to go big hammy then. But I think it's going to be a button. Oh yes. Pesky button. Oh, I thought I had it hammy. But no, it is a pesky button. Right. Oh, the archaeologist is here, my lovers. I'm going to go off and meet him. I'm going to show him my finds, and then I'm going to film what he says about them. These are, I'm not sure about these bits, but they look pretty old.
Yeah, they're looking typical 11th, 12th century pottery, I would say. You know, so that middle, not obviously got early medieval, because that's the term commonly used now for sort of Saxon and Dark Ages, but that middle medieval, you know, 11th, you know, around the time of the church, put it that way.
Glad you know what you're looking for, because I'd have looked down and found something like that. I'd have thought there was a couple of old bits of stone.
But basically, you see how it's very biscuity. It's almost like a digested biscuit. You see?
Well, don't worry about it.
And you see, you've got all the little inclusions that are put in, all the grog that's put into the temper the pottery when it's actually fired. And it's not hard fired. It's not you know, like this kind of stuff. It's, you see, much harder. That's much more modern than this one. So, and yes, some of these inclusions are all these little bits are all falling out and that kind of thing. That's fairly typical of medieval pottery. So
yeah,
around 11th, 12th century, I would say. And those came from that field.
Yeah, from that field.
Of course, there is the extensive medieval village that sits around here anyway. In that respect. And then these ones
look quite old.
Yeah, again, I'd say they're similar period. Yeah, so again, 11th, 12th century type period, or typical of that range.
And that's obviously that looks medieval to me.
Now these you got starting now to get into 17th century with these type of glazes, so 1650s through to early 1700s.
The only way I say that is because every Christmas I go up to my brother's and he always comes out with these goblets that he's had made, and they look exactly, they've got that kind of glaze.
It might be earlier because it's not quite fully fired look. It's a very biscuity look, so even that is typical.
I know that's
definitely 1650s onwards, but this might just actually sit a little bit further back, sort of 16th century, something like that. And usually the glazes are on the inside on the later one. You see that green glaze on there, the tinny glaze. Yeah. And then this is quite an interesting one. Again, I'd say this is possibly around that 11th, 12th century again. You know, that's all and all of this has come out of that field.
Yeah, that field up there.
The one we're talking about.
Just burnt flint, isn't it? Is it burnt flint?
Yeah, it's possibly burnt flint, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's burnt.
And that's the find of the.
Oh, crikey! Now that is nice. Have you seen this before?
No, I've seen a picture of it.
Wow.
That's what made me think that there was an important building there.
That's a nice book clasp. It's a nice big solid book clasp, and that's again that field there. Wow, that's nice. I've not seen one like that before. I bet Kurt was.
He was flabbergasted because I've looked at the other ones on the finds database, and that is the best one on there. There's about 4 on there, but that is the bit in the best condition.
They've been lovely gilded at one point, look, see, so they've been lovely gold colour. And
so the letters should be readable.
I was going to say, what does that say? And which way up it is?
And those letters look just like the old manuscripts, you know, the sort of
there's illuminated manuscripts. Yeah. Did Kurt have an opinion on what the letters might be?
I don't know. When I see him, I expect I'll
I think he's on holds at the moment, isn't he? So,
is it?
Yeah. Well, it's lovely. It's nice. So whereabouts in that field did it come out of? Sort of top.
Well, if we go up there, then I can show you.
Look, yeah. I think the idea might be if that's come out of there.
That should be
come out of there. We're looking at that field being somewhere in the centre, somewhere in the medieval village.
Yeah.
But where it's related to the house, of course, whether or not, who knows?
Kurt said that would have only been in a very important building. People own that would have been seriously rich.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's ecclesiastical, or someone who's, like you say, higher up in society that's got access to those kind of books in the first instance, and then books that can be classed up with nice things like this in that respect. So yeah, I mean, it's all a question of geography, of course, isn't it? Because whether or not that's been redeposited, whether
it could be
come down the hill, whether finding it where it is doesn't necessarily mean it's in situ.
Yeah.
It's just that's just the sort of caution, the word caution on that. But with these bits of medieval or close, sort of ready to be close. Proximity.
Yeah. They're all in the same place.
You dug for these kind of things. And you're also picking this up.
I've metal detected around the village a lot, and this is the biggest. I hardly ever find pottery like this. But there's a field over the back there where it's finding Roman stuff. But this was just every hole had something in it.
Really, I mean, this hasn't gone very far. This is it's fairly unabraded. It's if it's been kicked around a lot, then obviously it'd be rounded edges and that kind of thing. But they're quite sharp, the breaks, aren't they? So it's not gone very far. So at the very least, it would seem that in the field there's something medieval. Like I say, whether it's a house or whatever, then obviously the status is implied through that. But whether or not it could have been someone who nicked the book out of the church,
exactly.
the church and put it under the floorboards, and that kind of thing. Who knows?
Right, I've just got back. We've had a reconnaissance of the field where I found the book clasp and the 11th century pottery. 11th century pottery, woohoo! Norman pottery. That's my first bits of Norman. 1066. The Battle of Hastings. Woohoo! So that's pretty old stuff. I know it's not Roman, but the Romans were foreigners. Itized. So we're super pumped. What they're gonna do is they're gonna do a resistivity survey. Well, that's the one where they pick that thing up and plonk it in. It's got like 4 prongs that go into the soil, and it goes beep beep, and you pick it up and do it again, beep beep, and they do that every half metre or so. And they're also going to do a magnetometry survey, and that's the one where they walk along with that thing that looks like a capital H. So they're going to do 2 different types of geophysics over a couple of days, and we're going to see what's under the ground. It's like, what did he call it? Which actually was a good interpretation. He called it X-raying. It's like an X-ray of the ground. So yeah, we're going to do an X-ray of the ground, and I'm going to be there to film it all. So if you people, you ever find anything really old, you need to contact your finds liaison officer. Look on the finds.org.uk website, and they've got a list there of the finds liaison officers and the regions that they cover. Yeah, because this 11th century pottery, woohoo, is a really good find. This is rare as hen's teeth, this stuff. Right. I'm going to have a puff on my vaporizer. And I'm going to... Oh, sun's out. It's getting really hot. I'm going to get back to it. Woohoo! Oh, look at this here, my lovers. I think I might have a coin. Looks like silver. Oh, what's that there? Oh, look, that's a nice bit of pottery. It's got a pretty pattern on it. Right, where's this target? Still in the hole. Oh, put me pesky pinpointer in me bag. Hold on, be back in. Oh, here it is. Oh, no, that's not it. Right, it's right there. Oh, it's a spoon. Well, nails. Any initials on here? Let's give it a rub on the magic trousers. No, can't see anything. Right, I'll give it a clean up and I'll get back to you. Right, there it is, my lovers. There is a pattern on there. It's like a little shell on the top here. And a little wavy line. Very nice. Right, on to the next. Oh, look at this target I got here. Looks huge. Oh, get tired now, my lovers. Might have to pack in soon. Oh, there's a pesky button. Another one. Oh, I haven't had one single old coin today. The problem with the CTX is like a Hoover. Yep, just a pesky button. Oh, look at this signal I got here. Big signal, but it's got a bit down here. It could be rubbish, or it could be in the ground with rubbish. $12.45. Oh, it's a huge, big coin, my lovers. Huge! Oh, is it a cartwheel? I think it is. I think it's a cartwheel penny. Yeah, I can see the brim. He's a bit crusty. Oh, very crusty. Or was that just a crustacean on the surface? Right. Yeah, he's very crusty, this one. Oh, cartwheel penny. Lovely jubbly. 1 ounce of bronze or copper or whatever it's made of. Right, I'll clean it up for you. No, he's very crusty. Job to get the stuff off. So that's 1798, because they're all the same year. Right. Oh, get off, Mr. Wasp. Shoo. Right. Ugh. Oh, that's it, my lovers. I've got to go to the pub for some jars of ale. I got here a bit early and my stomach's starting to rumble a bit. So I might have to have a packet of crisps or something. Maybe some sort of munchies. Something to eat anyway. Oh, I'm super pumped. I got to rush back now and work on this video. And I'm all super excited. So, oh, one more thing. That book clasp had some letters at the back of it. Some sort of medieval text letters. And the archaeologist took some pictures of it. And he's going to try and get it deciphered to see what it says on the back. I think it's either going to be some biblical reference, or it could be the initials of the landowner, which would be good. I think I'd prefer the initials of the landowner, because then that's traceable. Right, I'm off to the pub. Cheers!
Cold blows the wind on my true love, and gently drops the rain. I have never had but one true love, in greenwood he lies slain. I'll do so much for my true love as I